We are joined in the JustStocks studio with Greg and Andrea from Alligator Energy. Welcome back.
Thank you, John. Nice to see you.
Thank you, John.
First of all, Greg, could you take us through the succession planning of the company?
Yeah, certainly. So we made the announcement yesterday that I'll be stepping down as CEO and Andrea will be taking on the role formally from 1st of July. I'll stay with the company in the executive director role, assisting in investor relations marketing, but Andrea will be taking forward the strategy of the company, the growth of the company, and importantly, the plan to advance Samphire through trial mining and into production. So the board and myself have been planning this for some time. We started the discussion some time ago and worked through a range of options. Andrea in particular has the vast experience she does in uranium, and she's now got a much more familiarity with the uranium market and the investor relations market in Australia as well. And so it's a perfect time for her to take over the reins and take the projects forward.
Andrea, first of all, congratulations on the appointment. Could you take investors through your experience?
Yeah, thanks, John. Well, I'm a geologist by training. Graduated from Adelaide Uni many years ago in 1987. I have had a short stint working in the goldfields, but primarily my career has been in uranium. So essentially 25 years in ISR uranium. In various roles, from an exploration geologist in my early career through to senior geology manager roles, then into regulatory permitting the 4 Mile uranium mine. I was lucky enough to discover the 4 Mile uranium mine, so I was able to take that asset from discovery through to operation. And the role I did have before I joined Alligator was operating the mine itself. So I've had various roles in my career across all sectors of the industry, really, except for my current role as CEO designate. So looking forward to the role.
A broad question, Andrea, but how can uranium projects advance in Australia?
Well, we do have 5 mines currently operating in Australia, and overall the uranium industry has been in play in Australia for 40 years. So uranium mining and exploration has been in play for just shy of half a century. So with that, South Australia and Northern Territory are the main, they're the safest jurisdictions for exploring and mining operating mines. And the other states have come in and out depending on politics, whether they allow uranium exploration and mining over time. But South Australia and Northern Territory are the good jurisdictions by which you need to be exploring, and that's how future projects will start coming through the fore.
Okay, on the Alligator side, what are some of the upcoming key catalysts investors should be looking out for?
So we currently have our PEPR, which is a program for environmental protection and rehabilitation, in with the Department of Mining and Energy here in South Australia. That's the operating plan in which we start to forward the field recovery trial that we have plans to operate later in this year. So we'll be able to construct once that's approved. So that's imminent. We're closing out on that approval as we speak. So once we get constructing the field recovery trial, obviously then there's the operation of the trial, which will go for approximately 3 months in the latter half of the year. The results from that then will feed into a feasibility study, definitive feasibility study, and concurrent with that, we'll start our mining lease approvals. So we're on a pathway to development once we're past the field recovery trial, really. And so it's a very pivotal time for the company. We're also concluding access negotiations for the piece of land south of Blackbush, so we can open up resource extension with Blackbush there. And underpinning all of that is a very supportive long-term uranium price at around $80 a pound. So we're in a very good place to commence further growth.
Busy times ahead, Andrea. Thank you very much for updating investors on JustStocks today.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, John.